As we dive into the UFC today, it was a weird night last night. Just a weird night. You had finishes, decisions, some odd decisions, some questionable judging, but that's usually what happens in the UFC, right? Because you're dealing with judges in 3 to 5 rounds determining the fight and not the stats. So for those of you that don't know what happened last night, let me give you the first reaction. Because you got Grasso versus Shevchenko for the women's flyweight belt. At the beginning of the fight, Shevchenko looked serious. Grasso looked serious. I mean, it was like, this is going to be an absolute battle. And you get a title fight in a UFC fight night setting. And, let's just get right to it. This is how it turned out. Quite crazy. Nervous tension in the crowd now as Grasso and Shevchenko head to a decision. Great fight. I mean, Shevchenko had 4 takedowns compared to 1 for Grasso. But Grasso at the very end nearly gets a finish. Overall, Shevchenko seemed to win the fight. Round by round could be different, but she led 111 to 98 significant strikes, 81 to 68 in head strikes, 14-11 body shots. Only place she trailed is leg shots. And total strikes, 227 to 206. I mean, close fight, man. I don't know. They're both putting their hand up. We'll see. Whew. And Shevchenko believes she won the fight. And it could have came down to round 5, and Shevchenko was leading the round before she gave up the back in the last minute. So here we go. For the decision, Bruce Buffer weighs in. Oh, it's split. 48-47 Grasso. 48-47 Shevchenko. Oh my gosh. If Shevchenko wins, we're getting a rematch. Wow. A split draw. Are you serious? And Shevchenko smiles because a draw is a win for her. Grasso smiles because a draw is a win for her. We haven't had a draw in months. And we get one here. Wow. And the crowd's stunned, but they're kind of cheering now because they realize Grasso keeps the belt. Split draw for the women's flyweight title. When was the last time we saw a draw in a title fight? That's crazy. So Alexa Grasso keeps the belt. Women's flyweight division. Noche UFC. Yes, obviously Shevchenko was not happy following the fight. It said some things about, the setting is what gave Grasso the draw. And what it came down to is one judge gave a 10-8 round to Grasso in the 5th round, or Shevchenko wins. And was it a 10-8 round? Absolutely not. Do the referees have the discretion to give a 10-8? They absolutely do. But it was very questionable. And Shevchenko's feeling like she should be the champion today. Dominating every category. Going on that judge's scorecard, right? Going into the final round up 3-1. And the judge gives a 10-8. I mean, that's just crazy. But that's the way it turns out. So nothing happened there, basically. It's like just a tie. Which is, it's hard when you get into the judging and the scorecards. But again, if you take the judges out of this thing and you go to a scoring format based off of significant strikes, takedowns, control time, head strikes get more, body shots get a little, leg strikes get a little, and next thing you know, it takes it out of the judges' scorecards and you have like a real point setting, like a football game or something like that, where you can see the clock ticking down and you can see the points. But instead, we got to wait on these judges, and it's always something crazy and dramatic, and the person who won seems to get cheated or robbed at the end of the fight. It's just crazy. But someone who didn't get cheated because they got the finish was Raul Rosas Jr., the youngest UFC fighter. Check this out. Rosas Jr. and Mitchell underway now. Rosas lands a big left, and he's coming out swinging. Look at this. Mitchell lands a right leg kick. And, you expect Rosas to come in here and get the submission, but he's looking to swing right now. Big left. Boy, he's coming in. Both guys are swinging. Look at this. And Rosas ties him up, and here we go. This isn't where Mitchell wants to be for sure. Mitchell shoves him off. Ooh, and Rosas takes a right. Another right. A left. Oh, he flattens Mitchell. Dang. Crowd's going crazy. The 18-year-old youngest fighter in the UFC is on top now. He's getting a leg over. Oh, he's in a full mount. Mitchell's covering up. And Rosas is pounding away, and the ref stops it. So Raul Rosas Jr. gets the win. Youngest UFC fighter, dominating fashion. Just flattened Terrence Mitchell. And that was to be expected. That was kind of the setup. He lost the last fight. The UFC's trying to groom this guy. And he's not going to beat his best till he's 22 to 24 years old. So no reason to rush the guy. Get him fights like this where you get the crowd going. And he's the future for the UFC. You also had Lupi Godinez coming out of the prelims, getting the big win, which got the Mexican crowd on its feet. And Godinez backs off. She's going to let her up. Oh, a big right and a left. Oh, rocks Elise. Now she's going to pick her up, it looks like. Oh! What a slam. Lupi Godinez looking ridiculous here. And now looking for the north-south. Now Godinez standing up. Elise Reed going with her, of course. Now she's looking for the standing guillotine. Oh, she takes a leg out. Now she's on top. She pounds away with the right. Oh, my goodness. Lupi just dominating here. Now she's pounding away with the right. Textbook here. This is just textbook. Textbook. Oh, she locks in the rear. Ooh. She's got a tap on this. She's about to tap. That's it. Lupi Godinez gets the crowd crazy at Noche UFC. Yeah, so Lupi getting the crowd going just in time for the main card. And it just got better and better, culminated with a draw, which is crazy. When we break down how we did last night, crisscross picks, Noche UFC, 7-2-1. So it's a great night. And we lost a perfect night with Daniel Lacerda because that was a no contest. But we were pitching a no-hitter basically until the fifth fight when Padilla went down. Say Padilla wins, we're getting all the way to the co-main event. So we've been close a few times this year, but to go perfect is nearly impossible. But 7-2-1, we'll take that. With Lupi winning, Zell Huber, Rosas Jr., Kopilov, Tracy Cortez, Charlie Campbell, Josephine Knudsen. And 7-2-1 is not bad. Make no mistake about it. So we're marching forward.
He's gonna fight, he's gonna fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded. Wake up, hey, where you at? Hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.